What's up, everybody? Welcome to this week's episode of the Just Saying podcast. I'm your host, Justin Martindale, and our guest this week, I'm so excited to have her here. I mean, you've been all over the place. You just were on Fallon. You've seen her on her new Netflix special called Big Guy. I mean, she's touring all across the country. Please make it known. Make her welcome. Rachel Feinstein, everyone.
Thank you.
I mean, yes.
Welcome
to the pod.
Thank you for having me.
So let's get into it. How has touring and everything been going? Like, you've been so busy lately.
I mean, I'm pulling no aspect of my life off. I'm just hurling my dumb body around the country with no plan. And usually I have my toddler with me. This week, my mom wanted to keep her, and I'm staying with my Aunt Lois. And, like, Lois is just always screaming at me about how my life is not together. She runs a real tight ship. She has 2 Persian cats. And she's always screaming at me. She's like, you need to close things. Everything's open and it's a lot and you're a lot.
Oh.
So yeah, Lois yells at me all day. She's got like a flock of seagulls haircut and she's a realtor and she's just fucking done with it.
No nonsense.
No fucking nonsense.
Close your drawers.
Yes. She has her own podcast, Lois. I think it's called Listen to Lois.
Listen to Lois.
Fucking
available.
means fucking realting in the Los Angeles area. She's always driving and pissed off because I fucking fucked some shit of hers up.
Oh.
But she's New York in LA. Like, people just feel it from, like, she's been in LA for like 30 years, but they're still like, Jesus Christ. Like, you can just feel the Queens left over on her. You know, she's a Long Island bitch at heart.
Yes.
And she's always, and she has an immaculate house, and I'm always fucking something up. Or she said one of her fucking Persian cats ate one of my Zyrtex last time. I don't know. She's always mad about something some debris that I've left in my life. But then she gets mad if I don't stay with her.
Oh.
She's always like, you're in the middle of a miracle, okay? Just get your life together, and it's going to reveal itself.
What would Lois's advice be to get your life together? Like, how would you please Lois in getting your life together? Because I feel like you're like getting it done.
Things, thank you. I'd like to say that. I'm like, Lois, I'm pulling some things off, goddammit.
You're doing some things, Lois.
Yeah, I feel like I'm doing a few things. It's a mixture. There's kind of like a burst of abuse, and then there's some compliments. Then there's you're in the middle of a miracle, you know? But she... I
nice
like the idea of a lady just saying that to people when she's shit-faced, just making her way through a party being like, you don't see it, but you're in the middle of a miracle, and then just falling over. So like...
Does Lois like Sauvignon Blanc?
Oh, yes. Lois loves a goddamn glass of wine. And but she drinks responsibly.
Yes, of course. It's just grapes. It's just
grapes is all it is.
I love her.
She just, she's always yelling at people. She's realting and telling people to get their shit straight. And she would like me to fill out forms. She doesn't want my things that I mail to take separate trips between what I need to mail in the mailbox. Lois gets a stamp on something and it's off. Me, like everything in my life, it just is, there's always like a foul smear on it. I'm a pig, and Lois feels that. But I think I'm a fun-loving pig that's full. We
love a fun-loving pig.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But she would like for me not to be, all over the place, and she's always just like, she looks at my bag and she's like, that's not healthy. That right there, that's a sign of inner chaos in the mind.
Oh, shit.
The bag is the mind is the bag. That's not good right there.
She goes through the chaos.
Yes.
See, I feel like Lois, when is her birthday? Do you know? Off the top of your head, I'm like, when is Lois's birthday?
I think it's in May or June. June.
Taurus, Gemini.
I believe she's a Taurus, yeah. Yeah.
Bullheaded.
Oh, yes.
Yep.
Lois is a fighter.
I love
people
that.
don't even realize that she's fighting. But that's just how she communicates,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'll call her up and she says fuck every other second, but then it's always about wearing your rouge properly and being demure. But she'll be like, what the fuck is your fucking plan today? You're all over the place. I want to know where you're going to be. She gets mad when I don't tell her the address is, because that's why I run late. She's like, if you tell me, I'll tell you how fucking long you need. I told you I know this city. I'm a rock star realtor.
Oh, my God. Give this woman a billboard immediately.
She's been screaming your name at me all day. Were you late for Justin? I'm like, I was a little late for Justin. God damn it.
She doesn't even know me.
Oh, she knows my schedule.
Oh,
Were you late for Martindale? I've got a property right near there. I could have told you how long it fucking took. You were late for Martindale.
You're going to Sunset at this time?
Yes. Bullshit. I live in this damn city. You're in the middle of a miracle.
I love her.
Stay the course. Clean out your purse. You're in the middle of a miracle.
So she's a special one, that Lois.
Oh, she's fantastic, Lois.
That's so good. So
yes.
Otherwise, great summer so far?
Yes.
Yeah?
We've been where have I been? We went to Santa Cruz with my family. I went to go see my nieces and nephews, and I did a show out there, and we all went together. My husband just tapped out on medical leave. That's what they call it in the fire department. Tapped out. He messed his shoulder up a little bit, so he's off right now in a foyer, which he loved. So he's very excited about being in the fire, but. He's off right now, and yeah, went upstate to do some gigs. Yeah, we bring her a lot, so I kind of don't really have a plan. I just hurl my body around and I read an email as I'm landing. You know,
yeah.
I'm on the road. I'm just like, what's going on? Some twat named Tammy is picking me up. I don't know who she is. And
yeah. You're just like a beanbag of a person.
Yes.
Just kind of take me here, lead me, get wherever you need me to go.
I'm all air sign. Yeah. And that's why I like women like that. Like, I'm very attracted to controlling bitches like that because I don't have a plan. I'm not a researcher. I'm not type A. I need that bitch in like a Soul Cycle class that she's like, there's one kind of shampoo and the rest of them stink. I need somebody to be like, make decisions for me. I can't make a decision. My whole life is just standing in front of like a glass case with beverages. Just like, I don't know. I mean, I could have a Gatorade, but I could have a fucking Coke Zero. And Lois knows what she wants. She wants a fucking Arnold Palmer.
Ooh, like the
Everywhere
Arizona tea.
Yes.
Ooh, yeah.
She's like, I need an Arnold Palmer. And I need to sit down and tell my niece what the fuck to do with her life. Yeah, so she knows. She goes, order. I need a fucking order right now. I need you to know what you want. You're telling me what happened yesterday and tomorrow, and that's why your feet aren't on the ground. You're in the middle of a miracle, and we're going to get this shit together. So I feel like I'm always hurling myself, and I like women like that just tell you what you need to do.
Yeah.
I'm very refreshed by that. I like a controlling woman that holds your shoulders, and they're like, you're doing what? You should be doing this.
Want.
Yes.
A boss bitch, as they call them.
Yeah.
I kind of want Lois to be my Alexa in the
Lois
morning.
would love you. Lois and my mother together, forget it.
Like I'd wake up and be like, Alexa, what do I have to do today? And it's Lois being like, here's what you're going to do, Martindale. You're going to put your feet on the ground. You're going to get your hair done. And you're going to walk out that door with your chin high. I'm like, you're right, I am. Like, that's the motivation I want in life.
Yes, Lois would love you. And she would definitely tell you you're in the middle of a goddamn miracle. You are. Your hair looks terrific today. It's marvelous.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Now, before the podcast, we were talking about Prime Day. I was talking about Prime Day. Prime Day is very big in the Cobbindale household. That's my boyfriend's last name is Cobb, so we call ourselves the Cobbindales. And he works for Amazon, and it's Prime Day. And I was like, I'm going over everything in my Prime wish list because we just got our new place. And I'm like, okay, what do I need? What do I need? What do I need? And I thought about it. I was like, we need 2 tushies because I live #bidet life.
Yes.
And we left the old bidet. Is that gross?
You left it in the old property?
The old bidet in the old place, and I didn't leave it. We gifted it. It was a tankless.
Is it attached bidet?
It was a tankless toilet, which I've been called worse. But it was a.
It's a great insult.
It was
a tankless toilet.
I'm a tankless toilet. You're a sack of a person.
That's the best insult ever.
And I'm a tankless toilet. It was one of those like gym toilets, like. From the 1930s, yeah.
Yeah, you could leave it there.
I left it there.
Fine.
You know?
Yeah.
Nothing says
I run
welcome.
a little dirty, but I'm fine with it.
It's not like, and it wasn't like, we weren't like putting our holes on it, you know? It was just, let it do its thing. I
want to put my holes on you is also a terrific way to hit on that. Put my holes on you today.
I'm not going to put my holes on you. Oh, okay. Well, in that case, come on over. But yeah, so I have 2 tushies, and we were talking about bidets, and you had a bidet story about a traveling bidet, which I've never heard of.
Yes.
And I said, I don't think that's a traveling bidet. I think that's just an enema.
And you might be right, and I would like to confront my husband. I mean, if I do call him on it, we'll probably have to cut it out because he'll be so boring on the phone. He'll be like, "Yep, okay, yep." Like, but he is really obsessed with toilets, and like he has some kind of turbo toilet that he always talks about. Like, first of all, my husband loves small talk. Like, that's why he's great on the road because he has all the conversations that I don't want to have for me.
Don't you love that?
Yes,
they like say good morning to people, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna go get my coffee. You can talk to Joyce in the lobby, you know?
Yes, and that's genuinely what compels him. So he wants to talk about the weather here versus the weather there. He wants to do this to people. When we had a kid, it's like a gun. Okay, when we had a kid. Line of the day. I don't know why I said that Lois's voice, but that was hilarious. When we, I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about. Can somebody tell me? Can we go to a caller?
Traveling portable bidets.
Yes, but before portable bidets,
your husband likes to
small talk.
Yes.
Oh yeah. So when we took my daughter to a pediatrician for a first appointment, and the guy said that he was a girl dad, and he's like, "Do you know the girl dad handshake to Pete?" And so they did some sort of thing, and then I think it ends in a gun. So it's like, there's some sort of thing. And so Pete then went around doing that, like at the park. Like he'd see another man with a girl, and he'd be like, and I'm like, he doesn't know that.
He doesn't know that's not universal. Yeah,
he probably thinks you want to fuck him or something. Yeah, and he kept doing that at the park, and I'm like, that's between you and our pediatrician. And I think no one else. That's not a thing. There's not
it ends with like a lollipop.
Yeah.
Like, and that's just weird if you have one of those on hand.
He just does it, just goes rogue. He likes to talk to people about what kind of car they got or what kind of lawnmower somebody has. He likes things that have to do with property. Those are the conversations he wants to have.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't want to think about what happened in his childhood. Everything he pushes down, he puts Miller Lite on top of it and discusses things like that.
Ooh, he's a man.
Yes.
He's a firefighter man.
Yes, like when you ever go back to the beginning of dating somebody and you're like, oh, when I did this, were you thinking that? Like on our first date, like go back and be like, oh, when you left, I was like this. What were you thinking? He was never thinking anything. Like there's not like a second thought in his head,
Really?
No, he doesn't walk away processing it. I'm like, I've searched because I'm trying to dig for compliments. I'm like, so did you? And he's like, yeah. And then I guess I did because I saw you again, right? I'm like, come on, write something here.
Yeah, give me something, a little bit.
He's thinking about like the neighbor's lawnmower. Like he'll be like, guess what? We have the same mower as the Finnegans. I'm like, that's not a story. That story sucks. Nothing happens in it. But to him, that's fucking terrific.
That's like manifestation.
Guess who has the same mower as us? The fucking Finnegan.
That's destiny.
Yes.
Yeah. Serendipitous. We have that's his rom-com.
That is.
Like, we have the same mower.
And he wants to talk about that. I remember when they got a Mazda, he goes, you're not going to believe this. And he said it like he was going to be like, guess who, just something crazy. Like there's an old woman next door. And, he said it like he was going to be like, guess who Ruth just blew? Ruth blew the mailman outside. But it's in that voice. But he's like, the Finnegans got a Mazda. And I'm like, that's not a story.
Groundbreaking.
Who could give a flying fuck?
Yeah.
What kind of normal car some people that I don't know very well got? But to him, that's like, not going to believe this.
Your husband's like the person who posts for Us Weekly.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Khloe Kardashian had tortilla soup for lunch. Oh my God. Are you kidding me? Yeah. It's like,
yes, you're right. He does do that.
He's like the guy who posts for Us Weekly. It's always like.
Yeah, my makeup artist was over doing my makeup, and Pete was telling her the story, which is just a friend of ours got us like a suite at the Yankees, and we went to the Yankees game. But I'm like, know your audience. Like, this lady that's doing my makeup isn't going to be like all in with this story. And he's like, so we were in that glass box, right? You can see all the players like close up, That guy's very connected, dude. So he's just, but he wants, that's the whole thing. Yeah.
He sounds like a sweetheart. And I mean.
Oh, if he saw me say everything I said, by the way, he would not have any issue. He'd be like, yeah, solid.
That's love.
Yeah.
That's love.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he doesn't care.
Yeah. So I feel like, he's a hot fireman, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
We love hot firemen.
I mean, people, actually, I just talked about this on Dan Soder's podcast because a lot of my male friends will have like these crushes almost on Pete, like, and on my wedding day, Giannis Pappas was like, I couldn't take my eyes off Pete. And I'm like, that's not what you want to hear on your wedding day. Like, no one said anything about me. You're
like, it's my day.
I'm like, oh, it's me. Yeah. No, they're all more into him. Yeah.
Well, it's like that. It's like the kitsch. It's like the stereotype of just like fireman, cop. It's that man in uniform, that hero.
That's true. I could be a UPS uniform, and I'm into it. Yeah.
Oh,
any uniform for me.
Yeah.
Speaking of running dumb, I run dumb in that way. Yeah.
I love a good UPS leg.
UPS leg is good, right?
You have a good UPS leg.
Yes, a little UPS calf.
Ooh.
I like a thick calf.
Oh, I do too.
Thin, spindly
I'm like a leg guy.
Fucking thick leg. Just like those baseball legs.
Yes.
Just like a fucking
dad
trunk.
Leg.
A stubborn trunk.
Yes, I want like a pissed off Six Flags leg.
You know what else I like? Yes, a Six Flags leg is amazing. you know what my type is?
Go get a picture with Bugs Bunny. I said, not Tweety, Bugs. He's the main guy. Yeah.
That happened in your life.
It probably, yeah.
Amazing.
I want to see the Tasmanian devil. No, Bugs. We're here for Bugs. I want to see Marvin the Martian. You're gay. Bugs. Bugs is the one. Yeah.
I agree with everything that you're saying, and that's the funniest thing I've ever heard. Get a picture of Bugs Bunny and not, and especially your kid who wants a different picture is amazing.
Yeah.
My type, I think, is that guy at a football game that's not the football player, since no one asked, by the way. I realize I just answered questions no one's asking.
Please,
I'm
go
like,
on.
my inspirations, probably.
My turn-ons are.
Like, no one's asked you any of these questions. What intrigues me, when did I first realize I had it? Probably the second, no.
Wait. Let's take a turn.
I like those the football coach, the angry football coach that's emotionally unavailable, just a fucking gray desert of a face. Ooh. He's angry about something I'll never understand, face. Just unreachable.
Veins in the neck.
Yes, yeah. And he's like, like just mad about something. Yeah. Somebody that I could just stand in front of and you would see absolutely nothing except for the field, like right through my face. Ooh. That I like that guy. Just
you want him to yell at you, but then like make out while Gatorade's being poured on you.
Yes, exactly.
Done. Easy. Done. I get that.
Just that guy that's angry about something and with his clipboard and it fucking never goes his way.
Nothing is being written down on the clipboard, just screaming and fighting. Okay, I get it. It's hot. Just throw me around. You are a beanbag of a person. Yeah, why not? Now, I want to talk about, we're going to get into some topics here.
Please, cut all this out and block me.
No. I want to talk about your special.
Okay.
So what has that been like for you? What is the response you've been getting?
My special is called Big Guy.
Yes.
Because my husband calls me Big Guy. And he loves that it's called that. He's always like, oh, see, solid.
I like nice Big Guy. Bro, I can't do. I can't do
Bro is really dumb. But you don't want, as a woman, for your husband to call you Big Guy. Don't tell me you'd be happy about that.
Well, no, Big Guy is like, how tall is he?
He's 6'2".
Okay, so he's a big guy.
Yeah, why? He shouldn't be calling me Big Guy. It's devastating.
Like a little guy? Squirt?
I mean, obviously, name my special, but the things that he does that infuriate me gifts me with material. But no, it's like, but it's not good.
Yeah. I think it's like I would take Big Guy over Bro. Or like bro.
Yeah, bro's a little dumber.
I hate it when men call their like girlfriends and wives bro.
He has a song, though, that he follows me around and sings while he brushes his mustache. He has this big, thick Scotland Yard mustache, and he just follows me around brushing it, going, she's my big guy. She's my big guy. Hey, look, it's Big Guy. Yeah, but whatever.
He sounds like a lovable plumber.
He is.
He sounds like Mario.
That. Yes, he's a fun hang, but in terms of like what you want to hear when you're as a woman, no, he fills none of those boxes. But is he a great hang? Of course, that's why I'm with him.
Have you given him possible?
Gave me a special, basically.
Have you given him possible nicknames?
Him, nothing sticks. I try to like get him back with Big Guy, but he doesn't care, you know?
Yeah.
I called him Sugar Tits for a while, but
Sugar Tits is great. Thanks, Mel Gibson.
Yeah. I mean, that was one of the best things that ever happened.
The best things Mel Gibson ever gave us was Sugar Tits.
It really was.
It really was. It was like Braveheart and then Sugar Tits in that order.
I think it's so funny when what older men like say to younger women like that, just the dumbest, most it's delightful. Old school sexism like that is just it really gives you true hilarious.
Like get over here, honey lips, and you're like, what? What is that? But okay,
I guess I'm bending over for no reason.
What are we talking about here?
Random.
Jesus.
Fine, I'll open up my holes again.
Oh, here we are. It's another day ending in Y.
Jesus, something empowerment.
We love women empowerment. Okay. And this is a story that we talked about with HL and Scott last week. And this was Katy Perry has come out with her new album or her new single called Woman's World. I don't know if you've heard it yet or have you seen the video or anything like it, but it's pretty much just giving us everything we didn't want. She tried to make a bop, and it's the first official summer flop.
Oh, my God.
I know. So she's clearly going from like, here's, my live, laugh, love, TJ Maxx art with her Rosie the Riveter look. It's kind of, can we just see like a little bit of the video?
Yeah, let's play a little bit.
We can't play the music.
Whiskey for women. I'm going to drink some whiskey. Oh, it's so hard. And then, now we're pissing at the urinal.
I can do like.
I just feel like these videos is just a series of outfits that you wanted to wear, and you tried to like backwrite the video. Just writhe around like a good grease slut and leave it at that. Don't try to remix and feminism to it.
The Pussycat Dolls did this already.
Yeah.
And so it's just the song sounds like a Selling Sunset transition.
But I'll tell you one thing: them titties don't lie.
Well, that's. They never do. They never do.
As a mother, I can say.
Yeah.
Them titties.
Oh, she's it's.
I mean, yes. I mean, exactly. You wanted to grease up your cans and gift us with them, but you wrote backwards from the outfits. And there's too many things being mixed in. There's too many things going on.
Yeah. So this is being called the official first flop of the summer because women have been dominating the charts. Katy Perry decided to foist her new single Woman's World from her upcoming album 143 upon us this weekend, and arms linked together, we responded in choral unison, no. Damn. Perry had been teasing or perhaps threatening the general public with her single for weeks, an overture that included wearing a dress to Paris Fashion Week with the song lyrics sewn into a never-ending train. But after all that edging, there was no joyous release, only disgust. The public hated Woman's World and its accompanying glossy video, which features the most basic quasi-feminist iconography diluted by Perry's corniest instincts. So,
what does iconography mean again? Icon? Oh,
your iconography.
Right. Yeah.
Like your catalog of being iconic.
Like the Rosie the Riveter and them like on the iron beam.
Yes, like very New York.
I need to put this in an email to my team. And I'm like, what you don't get.
Katy Perry says we have to be iconographic. Wait, what? Iconographic. I can't even say it. Iconographic.
That's what you say when you throw a phone at some fucking bitch that works for you.
Yeah, that's iconic.
That's right.
I think Lois would stand for that.
You grease up your tits. And
grease up your tits, pull out a drill.
Put on a fucking Halloween costume.
Yeah, I know.
Drill.
Yeah.
And you tell people you're a fucking icon.
Yeah, I think this is what JoJo Siwa wanted all along.
I don't even blame her for this. I feel like seems pretty cool. This is her assistant's fault. Somebody got her a little drunk and they were like, no one's ready for this video. And then she was like, I'm just gonna do it, like.
So
they were like, basically, they convinced her that it was controversial and brave instead. But she was the sister was fatigued and she wanted to go to sleep. And she's like, let me just give her a few Halloween whoring costumes and tell her that she's, that she's basically a trailblazer.
Yeah, here she is.
And then no one's ready for what she's about to do, and that's why she has to do it. But really, she was just tired and she wanted like a 3-day weekend. And,
nothing's. I mean, it is a woman's world. That's all they really want. It's just a 3-day weekend. But here she is butt chugging gasoline, which is, I feel that's very brave. I don't understand.
So funny. This is terrific.
This
is terrific, and I've come full circle, and I'm on her side again. When do we get to see this in a video where a woman has a fucking nozzle? I don't even know the name of it because I am just a woman, just a hole at the end of the day. But what do you call it?
You're more than that. You're more than that. You was kind. You was smart.
Let's go to a caller. Tammy from Des Moines. Tell me that I'm more than a hole. But no.
Hi, this is Tammy from Des Moines. Listen, you need to believe in yourself. You are more than a hole. It is a woman's whole world, and you are living in it.
Yeah.
That's definitely the name of my next album, More Than a Hole.
Yeah.
No, but what do you call it? The gas thing. Is there a man on the road? I'm just a
nozzle?
woman.
Yeah, a gas pump.
Thank you.
Gas nozzle.
God. Don't make me stretch my brain like this. It's laborious. A nozzle in her stuffed in her dumb ass cheek is terrific, and I apologize to her and her hypothetical assistant because I've changed my mind. When are you going to see that? Come on, what's not fun about that?
I mean, it's giving BBL. It's giving
denting her own ass with the nozzle.
I just
so
love
foolish.
Fossil fuels in the ass.
I want to make this amount of money that I think that no one's ever done this before. Like, and then I can just blame everything on the fact that everybody's scared of a strong woman. I want to be like, I want to make that kind of money.
Yeah.
I could just stuff a nozzle in my dumb butt cheek.
Just wait. It's probably going to happen. They're like, are you getting the unleaded BBL? Yes. Am I? $5.19 a gallon? I'm in.
Yeah, big guy, bugging.
Good for her. A lot of people are saying it sounds like Stupid Love from Lady Gaga, but also at the end of the day, even more controversial, she collaborated with Dr. Luke. who was the one that allegedly drugged and violated Kesha.
Was it? Oh, it wasn't Lady Gaga. It was Kesha.
It was Kesha. Yeah.
Get these.
So everyone's
my allegations straight.
Yeah, get your allegations in order.
Yeah, but he doesn't sound good. That doctor.
No.
Yeah, that name alone is something.
It's just something weird. And if you're going to be iconographic, you need to get your allegations straight.
And he's not a doctor, right? If you can't,
he's
call
not a
yourself
doctor.
If you're not, it's not good.
It's just so lame.
Rape-esque. It's not good.
Who's doing that these days?
Yeah, no.
I'm a doctor. In what? No, what was the question?
Although it is really funny when people pretend to be. This is so long ago, but that Dr. John guy that was always in scrubs. I think that's so funny. The guy that wears scrubs to a date, or just like he's at a bar mitzvah hanging out at the bar in scrubs.
And he's not a doctor. He's just there.
Fucking fascinating. Yeah. I went out with a guy once that pretended to be from the war in Iraq. Like he.
What?
Yes.
Like lied about it?
Yes, lied about it. He said he was in the war in Iraq. And
just the war?
Yeah, he was vague about the war. Also.
I was in the war in Iraq. Which one?
He knew I didn't go to college, so he was just like, "I'm back from a war." He knew that I would think that was like generally hot.
She doesn't know. She's just a hole.
Yeah. Lois is gonna be like, "You gotta stop calling yourself a hole. I heard you on Martindale. You're in the middle of a miracle if you stop calling yourself a hole." You were late to Martindale, weren't you? And you called yourself a hole there, didn't you? Shit, Rachel.
Oh,
God.
That's so funny.
But I don't know.
So he went to the war in Iraq.
Oh yeah, and then he pretended that he had been in the war and he faked a limp and yes.
He's catfished a limp?
Yes. He's really high, like foreman, like carpenter. He was just my type, kind of like a beady, red-eyed alcoholic that like, like he looked like, like a 1950s movie star. Again, I don't like any irony with my men. He was like a man, period.
Like a Marlon Brando.
Dusty, thick. He looked like Paul Newman. Oof. Yeah, just an emergency, throbbing, guttural alcoholic. I like the kind of guy that has like 3 piles in a bar and like control issues around his money piles and he's flicking people off of it.
How did you catch him lying?
How did I catch him? He told me. He told me. I think
this
he just
limp,
knew,
not real.
Yeah, he told me he actually watched me bomb really bad. It was one of the worst sets I've ever had, and I think he knew that was his in because I just wanted him to stay after I bombed so violently. It was a kind of bomb where your depth perception is affected. You can't really walk out of the room quite right. You're just questioning everything. I was like twitching post bomb. And he was like, we got to the bar, and I was just like, I just wanted him to still
love
be
you,
attracted to me. Yeah. And I knew he knew it was the right moment. He's like, hey, shots. And I was like, yeah. And he's like, I was never in the war. And I'm like, yeah, who cares? Stick it in. And I was like, this is a long time ago. I was like 24. I was a younger, dumber hole than I am now. A younger, dumber hole. No, I was, yeah. I will stop saying that.
I love how he had like anti-PTSD. Like it was just, he's like, remember the war that I was in? JK wasn't in it.
He said his biggest regret in life was not being in the military. And I said that you deserve to be with someone that doesn't find that hilarious.
Oh my God. How crazy.
But I kind of ran with it because it was so funny to me that he did that. As a comic, sometimes you're like, this situation is so funny. I can't
have
exit
to talk
it.
about it because it's insane.
Yeah, and he was such a spinning alcoholic. Like, I was with him at his last big hurrah, I'm sure, before an eventual, like, he just slammed into rehab. But I was like, this is fun. Every moment with an alcoholic like that, you're just putting things together and nothing matches.
Oh,
it's
exciting.
He's
seeing it all together.
Yeah, and he was always sorry, which was hot. So he was always coming over to my house to apologize. And I was renting a room and he was always screaming outside. Again, like Marlon Brando, like, Stella! Like, he was always like in the rain, just straight from his carpet, just sorry about some ludicrous lie that he told.
Might be Polish.
Yeah. He was very Polish.
Yeah, just
yeah, he had like a Polish vibe for sure.
Yeah.
And so he was always sorry. I used to write him like I would sign things like he was off at war and I'd call myself Lorraine, like I made like a war name and I would like kiss things and put perfume on them and just kind of gently mocking him but also having fun with the fact that he was obsessed with war. And he played a war game all the time and he was always like...
But he wasn't in the war.
Right. But he would talk about his battles in his game as if he had been in a battle.
Weird.
He'd be like, yo, you didn't support me at all. I'm like, because you weren't in a battle. It was called Aces High.
Bizarre.
And he would go on the road with me and then try to meet up with other people from Aces High and like they would just talk about old war stories as if they'd actually invaded these villages. And I'm like, but you didn't invade it. And then he's like, look, it happened in a lot of these guys are real pilots that play Aces High. Hands off. And I'm like, but you're not. You've never been to war. Yeah,
wow.
But he was pretty hot. He was very hot, and I deserved everything that was happening in my life and invited it into my life.
Wow. As long as he was hot, that's all that matters.
He was a very attractive man. He was as dumb as the day is long, but he was very hot.
Was he hotter than Ari Melvin?
Yes, definitely. Do you like Ari Melvin a lot? Yeah. My mom has a big crush on him, too.
I saw.
You did?
I think.
Yeah.
But
she said there's nothing she wouldn't do for him. And she said him and Kevin Costner's buns she wants to see side by side or something disgusting like that.
Okay, very specific. My news anchor crush is Boris Sanchez.
Show me Boris Sanchez. I forgot who that is.
Ooh, you won't after this.
Let me see.
Every time I see Boris Sanchez,
Ari Melber,
Dreamweaver pops on in my head.
Oh, he is pretty cute.
That's not a good picture of him.
No,
either.
I already like it. He's thick and red, a little red. That's what I like.
Wait, yeah, he's like Cuban. He works for CNN.
You know when guys do this when they've gained some weight and they'll keep flicking their shirt out because they're self-conscious about their gut.
Oh, really?
Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Guys will do this. That's what I find attractive when some guy's trying to. He can't quite stuff everything in and he's going like that.
You like a little bit of a porridge?
Just a little something doesn't quite. Yeah, I like that. Look, his neck isn't right for that. Like it's not a normal neck.
That's not even a good picture. Type in. I think it's 1R. Yeah, it's 1R. Boris.
That's an attack.
Oh, that's him now.
Boris is he like a liberal reporter?
He's embraced the bald.
Ooh, that's cute.
I know. Look at them eyebrows.
That's hot. Yeah.
Oof.
Oh,
right?
It's outrageous. Yeah.
So sexy.
Yes.
Boris
Sanchez. That's a guy you want to get punished by.
Right. And I think this needs to be brought up more. Boris Sanchez could get it.
He could absolutely get it.
Absolutely get it. Boris Sanchez, if you're listening, you can get it.
Come punish us collectively. I don't know. No, he could absolutely get it.
Oh, yeah.
He's nice and he's a thick stock of a man.
He could divide my country.
Because I'm not small. I don't like guys that are, I don't need any tiny irony. I need something thick that could,
Yeah. He's very, very sexy.
Yeah, he would know just how to shut me up.
Oh, yeah.
What am I saying? I actively regret everything I'm saying as I'm saying it.
Yeah. He could put the break in breaking news.
I'm like, is this necessary? It just feels really,
this is just a Boris Sanchez appreciation podcast. Look at that.
Well,
just a dude.
Fucking lost your identity on Martindale today.
I know. Look at him. I can't.
Oh, God. That's a hot picture right there.
Right? That eyebrow.
He's a good hang.
God.
If he's an alcoholic, I'm in. Can you cut me off, please?
No. Okay. We'll get into another one. Are you I know, we got a little sidetracked there. Are you watching The Bachelorette?
Sometimes I need to be closed.
It's fine. Well.
Thank you. Bachelorette. Okay. I have not watched this but talk to me about what's happening.
Okay, so there's a new season of The Bachelorette. I am not like a big Bachelor Nation person at all. I don't care. If you're into it, good for you. Enjoy it.
Yes.
It's your fun, whatever. So there's a new season of The Bachelorette, and everyone is saying that they have seen rats running across the mansion in some of the clips.
That's incredible.
So season 21 premiered and had everyone talking about the new Bachelorette, Jen Tran, and she had her 25 contestants and 2 extra rodents along for the ride. You'll notice that there were 2 of the rats, producers told Entertainment Weekly. Everyone deserves to find love, including rats. And it is official. It is Rat Boy Summer. I don't know if you heard about that.
No, I haven't heard about anything.
Gosh.
Just educate me. Yeah.
So Rat Boy Summer is the term used for
head of my fucking ass.
the rat boys. And such rat boys include Timothy Chalamet, what's his name? Barry Cohen. We have, who's the other one? Did you watch
Unpacking the Rodent Boyfriend is a great title for an article. Are you in news? Are you a reporter if that's your headline?
No.
Unpacking the Rat Boys.
No. But it's pretty much just like the slender twink with sharp features. Or like big ears.
I know what you're talking
very
about.
Very ratatouille. So everyone's saying that like on the Bachelorette that there were 2 rats that ran across the frame. And now I'm thinking, are there rats in the mansion?
I feel like a lot of those old houses are a little jacked up. There was some famous quote, like in history, where I think it was like in history. It was Jackie Kennedy went to like the palace and just was like, it's disgusting. Like, their taste is shit. Like, it was this old building. I don't know if this is true or not, but like, she basically was at like the Royal Palace, and it was just kind of like little dated, drapes were heavy, pretty dusty. Like, she had notes for the palace, which I fucking love this bitch. I love that she went to the palace and she was like over it. Yeah. But I do feel like a lot of those old buildings, it's like those old 5-star hotels are gangrenous, you know? A lot of those old buildings, I wouldn't be surprised. Like in any mansion or really fancy place where there's like things are real airy. Whenever you need ladies to get out quick, there's too much space around. Yeah. You know, because they need to be hurling bitches out.
Yeah, get in the Sprinter van, get out of here.
Yeah, that's where the rats come in.
Yeah. You know what? Rats don't scare me. I'm not a big a rat.
They scare me.
Okay, would you rather be in a place with rats or a place with ghosts?
Ghosts. I am in a place with ghosts.
You are?
Yes, I believe so. So we got this really old house, and it's from 1910.
Yes.
And my husband bought it with Bitcoin. We have an old 5-bedroom Bitcoin house in Queens. And he just bought Bitcoin from some guy in a deli named Gino. And now we have this old house. And we moved in. And when we moved into the house, there were they were still living in there while we met with them a few times or came by with the realtor. And then we went into the basement, and there were this long nightgowns, Victorian nightgowns with like a bonnet, like a baby's thing. Like it was like a bonnet with a long dressing gown laid next to it. And I was texting with the woman as we were closing the deal, and I was getting to know her. And I'm like, hey, the bonnet. And she was like, oh, the bonnets. But that was it. I'm like, no, that's not the end of the sentence. She's like, oh, the headdresses. Did you see them? And I'm like, and you have a few lines after this, you know? And then he's at the firehouse half the week, so I'm alone. And when we first got the house, for years I was living in like active construction because he bulldozed the whole fucking house, and all these 4 random firemen were redoing our whole place, and I was just living in this weird, empty, airy house. I know it was like there was hot aspects of the city. Like it's a hypothetical porn, but in reality, I was just alone in this house that was terrifying me. And one day, this is embarrassing to tell the story, but it's true. I'm like the kind of person, like I'm up for it. Why not? Ghosts. But I'd like to think that I didn't have an experience like this, that I could just listen to them. But so we have like a camera in the back of the house, and I was looking on the camera, and I was about to go on stage, and it was like 7 p.m. And I saw like clear as day in my backyard. I was like, oh, who's that little girl?
No.
And on the camera, and she was really, really, really pale. But I didn't see her like, oh, who's the girl? Like, that's a ghost. I just saw her like clear as day. I was like sitting next to my feature, and I'm like, oh, I saw that. And I called Pete, and I was like, hey, who's the girl playing with Frankie outside? And he was like, no. He answers the phone. He's like, there's no girl. And I'm like, I just saw her on the camera. She's really pale. She had that like long hair, you know? And the girls that lived there's a big family of like 5 girls that were kind of, you know, light Irish family. And I texted the lady, not about the ghost, because that's too crazy of a text. I went back through the footage, and I couldn't find what I saw. But I saw it clear as day, you know? And I kept hearing really crazy loud noises at night. But not loud like this could be this, but it might be this. Like loud. Like I still think that it might have been an actual rodent or like a possum or some loud animal. Because it was slamming. It wasn't sort of loud, right?
Yeah.
Wait, what did you just say?
Gypsy Rose Blanchard. Yeah. Gypsy Rose is America's favorite possum. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm standing by
I still think it might have been a possum. And and I don't know about the pale bitch. But yeah, it could have been a possum. So I texted her finally, and I was like, hey, you said, because she said if there's ever any weird noises at night, or if you have questions about the house, it's an old house, and I could explain some of it. So I said, I've heard some of those loud noises, and I hear steps on the stairs. And she was like, I thought you might call. Yeah, I thought you might ask about this. And she basically said that her sibling had been on the way home one night and was hit by a drunk driver. And when he got to the house, and he used to play loudly with his dog downstairs, and was really loud noises ever since on the stairs and in the kitchen where I was hearing the noises, okay? And my husband, by the way, would laugh in my face at me telling the story. He's just like,
oh, I love it.
Just a possum, and that was the end of it.
No. It's more.
It was a bit strange, and she did say that somebody also died in another room of the house. Also, I thought you were supposed to tell somebody if somebody passed away.
I thought so too. I thought that was like Rule 101.
But it was a long time ago, I guess. But yeah, there was
1910s. We don't care.
Yeah, she's like, it's like a death. But it was a natural cause death. But she told me which rooms they died in. Now I keep thinking about it, and she's very sweet. Hi, Maureen, if you're listening to this. But I am a little bit nervous about the whole thing.
Nothing bad will happen.
Okay.
Yeah, but the girl in the backyard, that's blah, blah, blah.
That's weird.
I love that stuff.
And my friend said, what you do, that is you say to the ghost, hey, you're welcome to be here, but can you not be here at night? So I said that out loud. I've never felt so dumb.
That's so mean, too. Like, what a backhanded thing to say to a ghost. Like,
I know,
haven't
it
been
is
through
kind of
enough.
cunty. You're right.
You can be here, but we'd prefer if you don't. Like, if someone said that to me alive, I'd be like, oh, fuck yourself.
You're right. It's like a controlling friend thing that you say.
I wish I could say that to someone's face, like alive. Be like, hey, it's really good to see you, but we prefer not to.
I didn't think about how condescending it is. But it kind of worked, although all this might have been in my imagination. But it is like you're right, the same twat that says that is the one that like writes notes on stuff. Like, if you don't mind pushing and this doesn't go here, and put the top on.
Yeah. Write down what you want on this index card, and then we're going to set it on fire. Okay, thanks. Great.
I kind of like love women like that, but I also know it's ridiculous. But I have a friend that's always like reading me, and I just think it's the most delightful, hilarious thing. People are usually all in or all out, but I'm open. How do you feel about it? Would you take a reading? I love a sudden or a reading from like some bitch in an airport bar with like a hostile amount of rings.
Oh, yes. Yeah. I mean, I had my coffee grounds read, which was pretty. It's like a Turkish coffee read where you like they get an espresso pole in Patrick. They work with Jeff Lewis, and so like they were like, come over and we'll do a reading, and they make a Turkish coffee, and then you like think about like the stuff you're going on, what you want, all this stuff. You finish the coffee, you have to drink it with one hand, and then you pour the excess onto like a dish, and then you flip the cup over, and then they read what's on the inside of the cup. So they'll see like initials, they'll see like objects, they'll see like, it's kind of interesting, but at the same time, I'm like,
I'm all in.
I'm all in too.
Yeah.
Because you just never know.
Yeah, like even if half of me thinks it's complete and utter bullshit, the other half of me is like, oh, I fucking not.
Yeah, it could happen to anyone.
Yes.
Why not me?
I had a friend do like a cleansing over me, and she does like cleansing stuff, and my husband came in the middle of it. He was furious. But she did like a passing, and then she's like, I'm just going to clear you. And she just stopped right around my vag area, and she was like, it's real congested here.
Oh, no. Yeah.
And then she did like a clearing of some kind of like I was a surf in a past life, and I've been like, as a surf, and she cleared my surf, and she's like, you're all good. And and he walked in the middle of this, but she was just hovering over. She's like, I'm getting a lot of just backed up cloudy karma right around here.
Because you were a surf?
I mean, yes, I was a surf, obviously. Get off my dick. And she cleared up some sexual surf trauma.
My podcast the whole time?
Also, yeah, I thought when people do past lives, aren't you supposed to always be like Joan of Arc? Like,
yeah,
I'm always a peasant. Nothing else ever comes up.
Yeah, you're the dead girl in the backyard, like picking potatoes.
At least give me a compliment. Like most people, psychics will tell you that you were, supposed to be. Most psychics with me are just like, looks like you were really poor and pretty dirty.
Yeah, smallpox again.
Dirty right out of the shower. Yeah, in most of your past lives.
Well, I do have something to tell you.
Oh, my God.
Rachel, it was your bonnet.
It was your bonnet.
The whole time it was your bonnet.
I've always wanted to do this thing where I am in a bonnet. By the way, does anybody need to tell me to do we need to focus on anything? Because otherwise I'll just go aimlessly.
We're fine. We can move it along after. Do we need this story?
No, I don't.
No, we don't need this story.
Feel free to give me the light. But I've always wanted to do like something where I'm a little girl in a bed with a bonnet, and my grandmother's tucking me in, and she's smoking, and she blows it into my face. But it's like, and she kind of damages me as she's tucking me in, just like some old shrew grandmother. Because I saw something like an old movie where a little girl asked her grandma, who was a real just old school, and she was like, grandmother, what does it mean when some girls have different bodies from other ones? And I thought it'd be so fun to do a sketch where like then the grandmother, whatever she says, just, permanently damages her. Well, it's because some girls have correct bodies and other bodies are incorrect. Your salt is the kind that doesn't match.
This is a woman's world. Oh, my God.
And then but all within a musical tuck-in. And then she's like, the boys will never want a body like yours. Well, it's not the right shape. That's why. Good night. And then just takes a deep drag of like a Virginia Slim and just blows it into her face. But it's like pixie dust music. If Hollywood is listening, let's shoot this.
She's got a pitch.
I've got a big pitch.
Well, I want to sell this story to Hollywood because this is amazing. I don't know if you heard this. They're being called the Margarita Funnel Couple. If you loved Hawk Tuah, girl, you're really going to love Margarita Funnel Couple. So this couple was in... Can we scroll down?
You start all your sentences that way.
I don't know why this looks like the outside of the Laugh Factory, but this couple has been busted. They tried funneling a drink down the woman's ass of this restaurant. He has been ID'd as Joe Bobbitt. He, along with Mary Sweat, which is not helping. If you're going to butt chug, you can't have the last name Sweat.
No.
I don't like it.
Mary Sweat is fucking amazing.
They were arrested for misdemeanor public indecency after video of their hijinks went viral. So they were at this restaurant. As if their clowning wasn't bad enough, Mary triggered the arrest after she went to cops and complained someone had leaked the video and it was spreading like wildfire on social media. Up to that point, police were in the dark about the whole situation, but once they saw the video, the couple got arrested.
Is it a leak if it's... You can't say leak if you're doing it in the rodeo. Well, yeah, I mean, that's not... There's no real leaking. And also, I really love the term triggered an arrest. Why don't you never take me nowhere like that, huh?
So, yeah.
You never took me to the rodeo.
The rodeo Mexican restaurant. So Joe couldn't
And I come from money, and you never fucking took me to the rodeo.
Joe couldn't get the funnel to work as they partied at Rodeo Mexican Restaurant in Waycross, Georgia. So he tossed it and did it the OG way right in the booth.
Ugh.
So Boyett turned himself on Monday and Sweat turned herself in a day later. Cops have not been able to identify the restaurant staffer who gave them the funnel. So they went to the restaurant, asked for a funnel. The waitress was like, of course, I'll be right back. And then they funneled margaritas into each other's butt and in the restaurant.
Because they're worth it. And
give me one margarita, I'm going to funnel up my butt. Yeah, that's the new song that we need.
If a man doesn't put a margarita in your inner asshole, he doesn't love you. Good night.
Can I read the apology letter? So,
oh my God!
From the restaurant.
Also, what cop is on that case? The fact that somebody was investigating. What was the last line before you read the letter, please? You said something about they weren't able to find
the staffer. They can't find the staff member.
The fact that whoever's on that case is amazing.
However, there's a very mandatory staff meeting happening after that. They're like, who gave table 5 the funnel? Who gave table 5 the funnel?
Heads are going to fucking roll.
God, yeah, so Rodeo Mexican Restaurant.
Everyone knows you don't give a godless whore a funnel like that. Jesus.
The what now?
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, Rodeo Mexican Restaurant has released a statement that says, "Dear valued customers," which they're not. "We recently became aware of an inappropriate incident that took place in our restaurant. We want to make it clear that such behavior is completely unacceptable and does not reflect our values or mission to provide a family-friendly dining experience. We are taking this matter very seriously and are conducting a thorough investigation in collaboration with the authorities. Any employees found to be involved will face appropriate action. We are committed to maintain the highest standards and ensuring a safe and enjoyable environment for all our guests. Thank you for your understanding and continued support. Rodeo Mexican Restaurant."
We are taking this matter very seriously is a second point in itself. I love that sentence. I always love when people say that. We here
at Rodeo Restaurant in Georgia, where Mexican food is the authentic Mexican flavor.
Also, this is someone's ex. That's the best part of this story. Is it's
And can I just say,
the concentration when he's holding the juice above her dumb waiting butt is terrific.
I hate to give people notes about butt chugging.
Please,
but
I'd like some.
Doing it wrong.
Oh, please. This is where we need some soft piano music. What do you do?
Yeah, you're not.
How do you butt chug proper? Like,
I'm glad you asked. You don't actually. He's pouring it in her butt in the funnel, and then it looks like he's drinking it out of her ass. You're not supposed to drink it in there because that's look. Or wait, is he drink? He's drinking it out of her ass.
How does it work, and when do you funnel, and how?
It's not a ice luge.
You're right. Oh,
it's an ass luge. It's like you're supposed to pour the alcohol in your butt and keep it there because it gets you drunker quicker. You're not supposed to actually drink from the hole.
And you know this because a friend of yours.
I knew someone in college.
Sure. I mean, supposedly.
It was me. No.
Supposed to is great. No, but you make fine points. You do. If you're going to engage, and I say God is watching.
Always.
Always. But if you are, follow the fucking rules, bitch.
If you're going to vape and get a hand job at Beetlejuice, Lauren Boebert, then you know what? You can butt chug your girlfriend at Rodeo Mexican Restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just hope they stay on for 8 seconds.
If I can get it right.
I mean, God. What if this was a first date?
There's nothing funnier than this on a first date. Like that's a legend. That's legendary level whoring right there. It's terrific.
It starts off with like, what's your sign? What are you in? Like, what are you into? I mean,
his expression too in the mugshot is incredible because it's kind of like he's. Mary knows what she did, at least, but
she's done this before. I think it was her idea.
That lazy fucking bun says it all. She's like, I've been down these lanes before.
Not only does she have butter face, she has butt chug face. You know what I mean? He looks
posing like it's his military headshot. Like, bitch, you're not in the Navy.
She's the lady who says she's fought in a war.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Exactly.
I think the guy's kind of like aggressive coach hot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's pretty hot.
I think this was her idea, and I believe women, and I don't blame them, but she has butt chugging face. She has resting butt chug face.
She has a much happier expression than he is.
She's like, I did it again. Yeah. Yep. I'll see you next Dollarita Monday.
Dollarita Monday is amazing.
I said, keep that shit at Applebee's. Okay.
That should forever be referred to as like just a worthless, drunken, whoring Monday, Dollarita Monday. Just like Dollarita Monday with a you do the math expression. I want all my drunk shots to include that hashtag from now on. Next time I go out for my mom's night.
I think the date went as follows. She's like, you want to see something weird? And he's like, sure. And she's like, can we get more queso? And I know this sounds weird, but do you guys have a funnel? And they're like, funnel cake? No, just like a funnel. Oh, yeah, we got a funnel. Okay, great. Just bring that by. And then, did they record themselves or was like table 4 behind them? Like, who's recording this?
I feel like it was definitely somebody joined though, because they're the kinds of people that join tables with the next table because there's fun sprouting out, This is the big night. And there's definitely a bitch that he told he couldn't take there. He was like, listen, I can't take you to rodeo. Like my schedule's a little jammed up or, So
was my date apparently.
Yeah,
got to give her a margarita enema. God. Well, we got to get away from the straights for a second. This is the new trend right now is called Les Out July. So we love a good Les July. The lesbians are having a moment. We have Billie Eilish. We have Chapel Roan. We have all the girls be girlin'. Now, it is official. If you're anything like me, says the article, a chronically online lesbian whose love language is sending and receiving tweets, then you probably already know what the phrase means. But if not, allow me to fill you in. It all started on July 5th with a viral X post from our user proclaiming that July is, in fact, all about lesing out. So this is Julie at Hamlet. Okay, sure. She says, the 5th day of Les Out July, everybody. Stay focused and keep the pressure up. You got this. I don't know what the
pressure is.
If the pressure is, yeah.
Yeah, what is there? Is it results driven or what?
I don't know. Everyone's saying like, hey, Pride Month is over officially, yes, because June is over. But they have adopted the phrase Les Out July, the power of the internet as a way to encourage lesbians to continue their celebrations all month long. Some people said, I definitely wanted to participate in Les Out July the second I saw those 3 words in a row. But how exactly does one les out? And what does that mean for my brat summer? Or rat boy summer? These were all questions that swirled as this poor woman brainstormed ideas how to practice lesing out. So, do we have some... Wait, what is this shit? Wait, are there rules?
I thought that was the lady answering how she wanted to les out. I mean, I didn't know it was that complicated. I mean, I lesed out a bit, just not real lesed out, but just like, when you're a kid and you guys aren't ready to date girls yet and you just like hump your friends for a little bit. It's not that complicated. Just to give,
I never did that.
Really?
No.
Okay. Whatever.
I never
Me neither.
humped.
Said that like so ironically.
I never humped my friends.
We just had a game. I talked about it on stage before where I don't want to like repeat myself too much, but I've talked about it in one of my specials. But my friend was she was the boss and I was the secretary, and her name was Mr. Company. No, Harry Company. And I was the secretary. And she'd be like, Chrissy, get me my goddamn brief. Like, she was always this angry boss. And I'd be like, all right, Mr. Company, I'm doing the best I can. And I would shuffle over, and her dad had no idea we were playing this weird whoring game in his office. And I'd bring over the briefs. We just thought that's what men needed. We were like kids, you know? And then we'd bring over the brief, and then she would throw me on the couch. She'd be like, not this one. God damn it, Chrissy, shit. And I'd always drop everything. I was kind of like a fumbling, you know, but I always wanted to have that kind of like, sexual work tension when I was a girl. I just thought like one day I'm going to grow up and work in an office and have sexual tension there because I saw it on TV and it seemed exciting.
Your hide and seek and my hide and seek were different.
Tell me about yours.
Yeah. I never fantasized about being in moonlighting.
But Mr. Company is a good office name.
Mr. Company is a great, but also windowless van driver.
Yeah. No, Harry Company was not a nice guy.
Welcome to Mr. Company. It's terrifying. So let's see. Do we have
But that is a way to les out if anybody wants any ideas.
I need to find out how we can in fact les out, or we're just going to move on.
It's really just an interview with the person who coined the phrase. So the rest of this article is just an interview. She told me, to answer my urgent queries, I turned to @Hamlet, who turned out to be a lovely lesbian named Jules. And over FaceTime, they had this conversation that is listed below.
So if you're celebrating Les Out July, here's to you. We see you. Les it all hang out.
Karen, my mom would be all in.
I think so. I mean, I feel like women now are just kind of like, whatever. Like, who gives a shit? And one of those women is Julia Fox, because she has now come out as a lesbian. And she says, so sorry, boys.
So funny to say sorry, boys. I wish I had that kind of confidence that I think guys would be like,
sorry, guys. And everyone's like, you're good.
We're
fine.
set. Yeah.
On Monday, the actress candidly opened up about her sexuality in response to a TikTok video, who said, I love when I see a lesbian with her boyfriend. It's like, oh, you hate that man. You literally hate him. Fox, who added her response to the end of the video saying, hey, that was me. I was that lesbian. So sorry, boys. Won't happen again. Wow. I don't think she came out. I think she's just responding to a TikTok video, but everyone's like, oh my God, Julia Fox is a lesbian.
Yeah.
So everyone's excited about her. So everyone's saying, this makes my heart so happy. The news may not be a shock for some, as Fox, who was married to Peter Artemov from 2018 to 2020, previously opened about potentially dating a woman. You know what?
He looks so fatigued in all these pictures. She's
Him?
very hot. But yeah, he looks so like limp and fatigued.
I mean, wouldn't you be?
Yeah, he's probably just worn out from he probably realized it's some...
She says, I have some gay bone in my body and I need to explore that a little bit more.
What are your thoughts, Martindale?
I just think I feel like it's becoming a trend.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Everyone's gay now. Everyone's something.
And what do you think? Tell me more.
I feel like it's if you are, congratulations.
Yeah.
I just feel like people are using it now to just like get a headline.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm gay. And everyone's like, you're so brave. You're so brave.
I will say this. My friends have a kid who is clearly gay. We could tell from very young. They're liberal, they're cool, they're open, whatever. And she went to school, but she didn't announce to anybody that she was gay. And she's a bit introverted and shy. And she has accepting parents. And there's no big deal. Like, they live out here in LA and whatever, you know. And then she was getting, at school, somebody accused her of like queer baiting because they said she wasn't coming out, but like co-opting queer culture. And I'm like, and these, by the way, are straight girls that are saying this, like, because they're talking about it, or I don't want to say they're straight girls, but they're other girls that aren't maybe, you know, I should probably shut up because I'm sure.
No, it's interesting.
I'm sure somebody will spin this to that I'm being offensive in some way, but like, I do
I think
feel
it is
like
a conversation
there's something
that
to
needs to
be
be had.
said because here this girl is who clearly really is and doesn't want to make any announcements.
And it's
is
not
being
about-
told that she's needs to make an announcement
Yeah.
and is co-opting. So she's almost getting like reverse bullied because
Yes.
she's not on Instagram
she's
like
not-
openly weeping about
Exactly.
something that she actually privately and quietly is in an accepting family, and everybody's just blowing up this situation where there was no problem to
You
start
need to
with.
come out and tell everybody. It's like,
Yeah.
this is my shit. I'll deal with it the way I want to
She
deal
should
with
not
it.
know that, and I just kind of feel like so I feel like that it can,
I agree.
I don't know how to wrap that up, but that's
Well,
not
I'll
cool.
tell you how we can wrap it up because a person that's really pissed me off with queer baiting is Abraham Lincoln.
Oh, let's fucking move
Now-
on over to him.
There's been so many stories throughout the generations that Abraham Lincoln was, in fact, a closeted man.
I didn't know this.
Huh?
Should I have known this? I feel like throughout this podcast, by the way, you've been educating me on things that I should
hope
have known.
so.
Yes,
That's
this
what I want it to
definitely
be about,
happens.
you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was Abraham Lincoln has had sexual relationships with other men before he was elected president, according to a new documentary. Abraham Lincoln's sex life is the subject of the upcoming documentary Lover of Men, The Untold History of Abraham Lincoln. Get ready for the Republicans to lose their shit. Lincoln's sexual preferences are pieced together via interviews with dozens of scholars, plus never-before-seen letters, not footage.
Lover of Men is also kind of a lazy title. Like, I want to know his type if I know, like, Abe Lincoln liked men. Yeah, like Lover of Twinks or, tell me what was his deal? Not just Lover of Men.
I'm going to say,
what do you think his type was?
I don't know.
Have you heard in the rumor mill?
I don't know. It could be like just forest dwellers. Like, he wants everyone to see his Lincoln log. I'm definitely Civil War, full bush. Full bush. Yeah.
Forest
Yes.
is great.
That he needs to take a Gettysburg razor
You're right, because
to
people
that.
were always taking long walks. They would take long walks and
Yes.
in that kind of, and I always thought of it as a lost, lovely art that we forget about. But I realized a lot of them, they were probably just taking a stroll to get plowed out and come right back again.
Yeah. It was like the original cruising. There were no cars.
Yeah.
It's like,
they
we're
weren't
going
just
to take a walk.
they were just enjoying the foliage.
No apps.
No,
Yeah,
they
let's
were
go
getting
bird
slam
watching.
rotted.
So it says Lincoln probably slept in the same bed with more men than he did with women. Well, we've all seen Mary Todd, and I agree. I think that is a definite thing. Of course, this isn't the first time there's been speculation that Abe was gay or bi. The topic's been explored for decades in magazine cover stories, books, and other published works. Abe's marital struggles with Mary Todd as well are as well documented. And for 4 years, he allegedly shared a bed with his male friend, Joshua Fry Speed. Is that him?
Joshua. He's kind of I like that he has a body of like a kind of, he's sort of melting.
Melted Hobbit?
Yes. Yeah. I like that he looks like he has the body of like mushed carrots.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's giving like run over garden gnome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has
It's
dirty fingernails even in a portrait.
it's making me think. Things I will never look up. Civil War Pornhub. Like there's no AC.
No.
They're all. Have you ever thought about that? Like what women had to wear back then? I think
know.
about that's my Roman
Because
Empire.
I'm already today. Look, I just came greasy because I've been out of AC for like a few hours, like in an Uber. But like, I feel like
Corsets.
the amount of I run a little dirty right out of the shower anyway. Like I have to be so close to not start kind of like I can only keep the lie going for a half an hour. They had to keep it going with no AC. And they probably had construction level sprays. Yeah.
Yeah. It's so the petticoats.
They were
the
all probably
undergarments.
pretty rancid. Yeah.
Like the sickness, like just the smells, just the odors, like the crevices.
Ugh.
Like, and that's
People
men
didn't
and
bathe.
women.
It was the men and the women. They were
Yeah.
always just sitting in dirty pools of their own filth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like there was no toilet paper. I don't know. How did Siri,
Yeah, that's a good one. For
how
her.
did people wipe their ass in the Civil War? Corn cobs. I'm out.
Corn cobs? Come on. Come the fuck on. There has to be something better than that that's obvious. Corn cobs? That's sick. She probably thinks that you said how did they get fucked in the, or like what did they fuck themselves in the ass with during this?
With a corncob dildo? What are you? Are you Frosty the Snowman?
I told you not to go in Martindale and do this.
Oh my God!
And you were trying to impress him.
I'm here for it though, but look, ass wiping, Civil War, leaves, catalogs, newspaper.
Thank you.
Toilet paper was commercially introduced in the U.S. 7 years before the Civil War. Newspaper, rags.
Mm-hmm.
Use your bare hand and then clean it with water.
You know, I feel like when I think about how people had to wipe their ass
Yeah.
in the Civil War, and I start all my days thinking about this, I also think about it's not just the ass wiping, it's somebody walking in, because there wasn't a lot of, things were very open. There was not a lot of privacy. My friend's mom walked in on him looking at his own ass in the mirror, like underneath his head, like he put his head between his knees and was opening up his own dumb butt, and his mom walked in, and he was never the same afterwards, So imagine if somebody sees you wiping your ass with like a dumb corn cob. Like, it's not good.
I know.
Major privacy issues that they probably had to deal with. Like,
sick.
That's trauma. That's real trauma. Your mom walking in on that, or or somebody you have a crush on, it's over.
Can we Google Mary Todd Lincoln? I know it's things we never really hear. I want to see, was she a looker?
No, because I don't think she was. I think she was a little jacked up.
Yeah. Oh.
She was cute, though. Look at that picture right there with the light eyes. She was kind of sweet. Yeah.
He was gay, girl.
Yeah. Yeah, she had a moment there.
And I think she was bipolar. I think there was like a thing she did have like she had a B12 deficiency. Yeah. So yeah, he was gay.
Yeah.
It's like, bye, girl. Okay, we have time for one more story.
Okay.
So here is, we are halfway through the year. It's Christmas in July, which is insane to me. So Hallmark has now added 2 new Christmas reality series to its lineup. Thank God. Now, with the growth and popularity of reality TV, it's no surprise Hallmark Media is jumping into the genre. As if 40 new Christmas movies each season isn't enough, the network is adding 2 Christmas-themed reality shows to its lineup this year. The first is a holiday twist on Big Brother-esque series where competitors to become the next Hallmark hunk all live together and compete for the leading role in an upcoming Christmas movie. So after the network finds its next lead actor, it's moving on to find the most festively decorated home in a concept that seems like friendly homespun version of the Great Christmas Light Fight. The network previously dabbled in reality in 2018 and 2019, and it kind of like fizzled out. But here we have Melissa Peterman, who I love, and Jonathan Bennett, who I have worked with as well. He's wonderful for this. He's kind of the leading man in all the Hallmark movies. Mm-hmm. He was in Mean Girls. Do you remember him?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I do. I love that movie.
So we are looking to find the next Hallmark hunk as it delves into a reality competition. The series features 10 aspiring actors who will live together and compete in a variety of entertaining and festive challenges with a Hallmark twist. The prize at the end doesn't take $1 million. Well, it's Hallmark. We get it. Or a recording contract like The Voice. Instead, this grand prize is the title of Mr. Christmas and a leading role in one of the year's Countdown to Christmas films. Fun.
Yeah.
But I mean, I feel like, so it's going to be a lot of flannel. It's going to be a lot of like hunky calendars. A lot of shirtless, wielding axemen. Like,
is that your speed or no? And what did you do for Christmas? Are you big on Christmas? What did you do when you were a kid, and what do you do now?
I'm not a big Christmas. Like, I like Christmas, but I'm not like Hallmarky.
Do you decorate? Do you have things you do every year?
I'm gonna have a real tree this year.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah, we haven't. So we're getting a real tree, and we don't do. I mean. We'll do like Christmas wine and Christmas wine. It's like, I'm not like a big, like, let's build the gingerbread houses or anything like that. I don't.
Yeah.
Home for the holidays.
Wait, is Christmas wine mulled wine?
Yeah.
This is so humiliating.
No, what?
First time I met my husband's family, went to his family's house, didn't know anybody yet. they had mulled wine in a cup in a like a mug, and next to the mulled wine was a candle, like a purple candle, okay, in another mug. And I'm getting to know them, and I drank the wax. I did that. I picked up, and it was very similar looking, and they were like, "Oh, would you like some mulled wine?" And I picked up a melted candle, and it was just warm. It wasn't.
Poured it in your mouth
and drank it.
What?
And the whole family just stopped. And they were like,
She's
what
the one.
Fuck, bitch! Did you just bring home?
She's the one.
And I sipped. I've been in the family. I've been in the home maybe like 12 minutes.
Wow.
You know, and I was there for the night. And that's the first thing I did.
How did it burn the hell out of your mouth?
It didn't, because it was fully melted, so it was warm, and it just kind of congealed on my teeth. And with the grace of the Queen of England, I excused myself, and I went to the powder room and wiped wax out of my dumb mouth.
'Tis the season. Wow.
And they all had the same expression when I returned back downstairs. And by the way, I do things like that so much of my life that I forgot about that after I did it, until his brother said it in like the toast at our wedding. And he was like,
remember when you drank
you picked up
the wax,
a mug of wax, and drank it. And we knew you were the one or something.
You could hang with the fam. Was it a scented
it curled
candle?
up around my teeth, and you know, what can you do if you're in a moment like that? You just have to continue living after the moment. You have to go upstairs and come back downstairs again. But it was one of the dumber moments of my whole life.
You become big guy.
You become big guy. And I wanted to blame someone. I wanted to be like, yeah. But you're right. Can you expand on that a little? Why I became big guy in that moment?
You became big guy because you drank a cup of hot wax.
You're right. I fucking deserved it. That's why I was big guy.
Yeah, he's like, hey, big guy. And you're like, watch this. You see, like, that's the Hallmark.
Right.
That is the Hallmark equivalent of a guy taking a beer and going like that.
Right.
You were the Hallmark. You're just a woman who's like, oh, that has to be wine.
Yes.
And it's hot, like Targaryen melted gold.
You're right.
Poured on your head.
I was just like a fucking thick, sputtering pirate at that moment.
Yeah.
That's why I'm big guy.
You're big
right.
guy.
Fuck, that was the moment.
It's all coming back. It's all coming around. So, was it a scented candle? Look at the gay in me. Was it scented?
I believe it was a Yankee candle.
Oh, it was a Yankee candle? No. And it was purple?
My sister-in-law is my husband's brother's wife, and she just runs a tight ship, you know, and she watched all of this, and she just fucking crosses her T's. And, you know, I know it was a Yankee candle because on our Christmas we did the elf thing where we, you know, ask for things, and she asked for a Yankee candle. But I drank one of hers. That's right. Went right down my dumb Jew throat.
I feel bad for her.
Why do you feel bad for? I was the one who made a fool out of myself.
I know, but she asked for a Yankee candle.
Oh, you mean
like,
for
dream
Christmas?
big, girl.
I gave her some more later.
God, get her a Goose Creek or something. Jesus. All I want what do you want? Are you an orphan who wants shoes? Like,
I just really want a Yankee candle that I can burn in the window to see if Papa comes home from the non-existent war he's fighting.
get out of here.
I always
warm vanilla sugar.
I always get her the wrong gift. She asked for a frying pan no, I thought she wanted a frying pan. I got her a frying pan, and then apparently it was the wrong one. And so she explained to me that she, you know, didn't really want a frying pan, and that wasn't really a gifting opportunity, but that she told Mike she might have. So I can never get it right. And then that day I come over and fucking drink wax. It didn't fucking help. Yeah.
This is the reason mommy drinks wax, okay? You guys make me crazy. The next time Lois yells at you about something, just be like, you know what? This is why I drink wax. Well, thank you so much for being here, Rachel. Did you have fun?
Having me. I had the best time. I didn't really leave. Yeah.
No, you were great.
Staying.
It was fantastic.
Yes, because I like it here.
Please tell everyone where they can catch you on the road, your special.
So you can watch my special, Big Guy, which is on Netflix right now. And it's streaming right now. And you can see me on the road by going to Rachel Feinstein _ or to my page go to Punch Up Live and just look up Rachel Feinstein. It has all my road dates on punchuplive.com as well.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being here.
You guys.
Catch Rachel wherever you can. And as always, make sure to like, rate, review, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your loved ones. Don't drink candle wax. And we will see you next time on the Just Saying podcast. Bye.